guys, good morning. It's me, Jessica. It's day 150 of our motivational videos today. It's Motivation Monday, and I'm ready to just get you guys pumped up and started, like, for your day, for your week, just ready to go. It was Halloween weekend. Everybody partied. Everybody had lots of fun. All right, now it's time to get back to business, back to work. All right, priorities, goals. You know, what are yours? Have you wrote them down? If not, you need to. You need a little assistance, some guidance, and some changes that need to be changed. Here we go. That's what today is all about. Change. All right, this is our topic for today. It's very important. Why do my bangs always go crazy for these videos? I don't understand. Anyways, you guys, change. I got a lot of stuff to bring to you. I'm not going to take a lot of your time because we know time is money, time is valuable, and I want you guys to be spending it, you know, growing and really getting into that mind state to be able to help yourself and other people and bring that value that we always talk about back into the world. All right? I'm really excited to share with you today a couple quotes. Right? One of them says, "If nothing ever changed, there'd be no butterflies." Right? So, in order for things to get beautiful, to get better, to get amazing, things gotta change, alright? Seasons change. Why? So that things can renew, so that life can renew. So you need to change so that you can be renewed, alright? Times change, seasons change, you know, things around you change. So you need to change too. It's just inevitable, right? You may think you're an amazing person and you're a good person, and that may be true, but there's still something that needs to be changed if you're not where you want to be, right? So it's like when I tell you guys about my midlife crisis when I turned 25 back in April, right? I knew I was a hard worker. I knew I had a pure heart. I knew I was loyal. I knew I was a good friend, you know, and still didn't have what I wanted in life. You know, when I was younger, I planned on being married and having a kid and being graduated from college by now. But it's not up to me to plan those things like that, right? I know I'll have those things one day, but the timing isn't up to me. And that's something that I've had to change in myself to be able to accept and be happy about and be excited about. I'm now excited because that takes so much stress off me about having to worry about my timing as well as how I go about it. So now all I have to do is concentrate on myself, my personal development, because everything that I do to change myself, all I do is share that same information that I'm doing with other people, and then boom, that helps them change them, and then they share that with other people, and that helps them change them. Right? You see what I'm saying? It all starts with you. You have to change. Okay? It's time to turn into a butterfly. That's how I feel. Let's all be some amazing butterflies. Bust out of your cocoon, get out of that little frumpy caterpillar body, and now you're a beautiful, amazing butterfly. That's what's inside of you, and I'm trying to help set it free. If you need a little more guidance on how, I got this for you, alright? These are just little basic little things that you can do to just start implementing change in your life, alright? First off, think about why. Why. Your why matters so much. Think about why and how you want to change your life. Do you want to change your life for a particular purpose? What is that purpose? Because when your why is big enough, the how won't matter, alright? And that's true facts. Right? Number 2, pick a starting point. Where can you start to make change? What's something very easy for you that you could change? What's something that you can give up to go up? Alright? What's something simple? Do you smoke cigarettes? Cut back. Say no sometimes. Do you drink a lot? Cut back. I'm not telling you to quit because it's really hard to cold turkey things. It might be the best decision to actually full quit. I recommend that actually. But seriously, just say no sometimes. When you give up to go up, that's what it means. Say no sometimes. Sometimes you do have to let go of people or things, you know, permanently. But you never know if it's permanently. I always like to say, you know, I'll never say forever. I'll never say I'm done forever. Never say I'm gone forever. But right here, right now is just not the time. Right? That's the most honest thing I could possibly say to anybody when it's just time to kind of, I gotta do what I gotta do. You feel me? Like, and so do you. Like, I can care about your end result, and you can care about mine, but in the end, we got to put in the work on our own lives, and because otherwise, if you're just always concentrating on everybody else's life, where's yours going, right? Yours won't go very far. I've learned that because I've helped so many people throughout my life, but I was never concentrated on myself. I never spent any time on myself the way I was concentrating and spending time on other people's problems, that I never grew. Now, it's an amazing, amazing, amazing feeling, you guys, now that I've learned from all, my family and friends and through Vima and listening to Jim Rohn. Like, seriously, I gotta say, Jim Rohn's like my BFF because I listen to him every single morning. I hear from Jim Rohn more than I do, my best friends. So, and that's alright, because, hey, Jim Rohn was very successful, very well known, very intelligent, and he learned from amazing people as well. So, and now here I am sharing the information that I learned with you. You can go look him up and listen to him too every day. But if you don't want to, and you just like to hear it from me, that's cool too. Appreciate it. Or you can hear it from us both, like I do. And, alright, we're going off on a tangent. Sorry, but pick a starting point. What can you give up to go up? You gotta give up to go up. You can't keep doing everything that you're doing and expect a different result. It just doesn't work. Right? Number 3, talk to your family and friends. Ask them what they like about you and what they don't. Right? Keep the good qualities and try to lose the bad ones. Hopefully they come at you in a respectful and nice manner with you being real and asking this type of honest question. Right? But be prepared for an answer that you may not want to hear, alright? If you're asking a negative question like, what's something you don't like about me, you could get hurt a little bit, but, alright, you gotta remember why you're asking this question, because you want to change stuff about yourself, and you know that there's things to be changed, and sometimes it's nice, and it helps to hear from the outside looking in, versus the other way around. Number 4. Change your outlook on life, alright? This I find is key, because when I did this, that's when everything else in my life started to change, alright? Change your outlook on life. If you think your life sucks, then do things you love to do to make your life positive. Good things only, nothing bad, alright? I want to tell you guys about the book, The Secret. I talk about it a lot. And I'm telling you right now, this book will change your life, okay? If you open your mind while you're reading this book and jot down some notes, you will be a completely different person, and people will not recognize you. They won't recognize your mental state because they aren't used to you thinking so positively. You might have thought positively here and there, but you would still be like, man, this sucks, or, you know what I'm saying? So we're not going to do those things anymore. You're going to change your outlook. Read that book. Please read that book, or listen to it on the audio. And change your mindset. Change the way you think, okay? Think positive. Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with things that make you happy. And while you're going through this journey of changing, listening to things and being around different people than you're used to is key, and that should make you happy. It should make you excited to be stepping out of your comfort zone. You are going to be scared. You're going to feel uncomfortable, but that uncomfortableness of hanging out with new, better people is going to grow you. So be excited for that, uncomfortableness, because you're not doing it right if you don't feel uncomfortable at times, alright? But, listen to your gut, because you know when it's a good uncomfortable or when it's a bad uncomfortable, I shouldn't be in this situation, something bad's about to happen, alright? When you're around the right people, you will never feel like that. And another thing I just want to talk about, a little quick story that brings me back to, just a little bit after I started my personal development journey, I was hanging out with my old friend Rose, and she took me around one of her guy friends, and, he's a young kid, but he would talk about how whenever he would go out, it seemed like the cops always would show up, and he didn't understand it, because he wasn't a bad person. Okay, well, I said to him, well, what about the people you're hanging out with? Right? Have those people ever been in jail? Well, yeah. Do those people have drugs or guns on them? Well, yeah, but I don't. Okay, well, that doesn't matter. You are the average of the 5 most people you hang around. So if you hanging around people who do drugs, go to jail, don't go to school, ain't doing nothing but, popping out babies and selling drugs on the side, guess what? Whether you do that or not, but you associate with it, odds are you're going to fall into it, alright? Cops are going to end up showing up because of the situation you're putting yourself in. It doesn't matter what kind of person you say you are, okay? But if you're putting yourself in that situation, it's kind of contradicting, alright? You can't do all that. You got to put yourself around the right people in the right situations if you want to get away from trouble. If you want to stay, clean cut, then you don't go hang out with people who are going to jail or have guns or whatever. That kid was just stupid. But you know what? When I told him that just like that, he gave me the biggest handshake I've ever got in my life, and he was like, man, you are the realest chick I've ever met. Yes, I am. Why don't you go find more people like me to hang around, because I bet you won't get cops called on you. Like, that's how I felt. And that's just something that before changing myself in my mind and reading that book, and I would have never been able to do that. I would have just sat back and just been like, dang, that sucks, But I changed my outlook, okay? I changed my outlook, I grew my mindset, and I didn't just keep it to myself because I'm not selfish, and I shared it with other people, right? So that's what that's about. Another thing you guys can do to help change your life is don't spend money on junk anymore, okay? Like candy or chips or just, stuff you just want. Like little things, like say no sometimes. You already got one pair of Uggs, you don't need another one, alright? Say no sometimes. Cut back a little bit on what you want. Save your money for important things, for emergencies, and start investing, alright? Set up an automatic, transfer of money from your checking to your savings every month, or every 2 weeks, $20 out of your checking gets moved to your savings, or on this date, $20 gets moved into your savings, or for, depending on how much you make, have that set amount. They say about 10% or whatever you're making, save it. Save it. And save it before you spend anything, okay? You always put that money aside and then pay your bills, right? If you don't have enough, that's cool. You're making it, trust me, if you're paying the majority of your stuff, you will be okay. Stay on top of it and you'll be alright, but make sure that you're having those savings, because you never know, especially living in Michigan where it's a right to work state, they can fire you for no reason. I could just go to work right now and they love me there and I work really hard, but they'd be like, you know what, I don't like the way you have your hair today. You're fired. And that's cool. Like, they don't even actually have to give you a reason here. So it's always important to have something to fall back on. Be frugilant, I believe is the word, with your money. I'm just trying to go back to what my dad always tells me, like even as a teenager when he'd send me to the mall with like $40. Be frugilant, don't spend more than you have or more than you can make type thing. My dad always taught me to never put stuff on credit. Or if you do use your credit card, make sure that you have that money. So, like with me, with us, with part-time jobs and just starting out in businesses and we don't have a huge income yet, the most important, to get a credit, to make established credit, get a credit card, but don't use it for anything other than gas for your car. So that way you know exactly what you need to pay at the end of the month. So you budget every month. Like, okay, I'm going to put $40. You don't just, okay, I'm using my credit card, so I'm just going to go cruise around. No, that's being irresponsible. You're going to be responsible, and you're going to budget what you credit, because obviously you got to pay the interest and all that. And if you ever lost your job, you don't want to be screwed on not being able to afford your payments. All right? So be frugal. Be wise. Don't be irresponsible when it comes to money spending. This says to make your parents happy, which will make you happy. Growing up my whole life, I always wanted to make my parents proud. And then there was the moment where, my pride got in my way, and I'm like, okay, forget this. No matter what I do, I can never make you guys happy. I'm just going to make myself happy. And I feel like a mixture of those two things is actually more correct to making you happy. All right? You need to live for yourself. You need to follow your own dreams. as generations and times are changing, our parents don't really recognize the same opportunities that we do, especially like with network marketing. It's a whole new kind of concept, you know. It was kind of, and it's scary to our parents for them to hear us saying, okay, I'm investing, you know, $500 to start my own little business, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to make it work, and, you know, this is how I do it. It's like Facebook meets Amazon, and I go out and I just talk to people, and I invite people over to the house, and then it's like, so you got to invite people over to your house that you've never met before? Oh my God. Like, you know, parents, they're not accustomed to these new ways that we're thinking, as the economy and the generations changing to a performance-based economy. And, you know, McDonald's and all these little part-time jobs are about to get taken over by technology, and we're going to just not even matter. So it's important to change with the times, and we're grasping onto these opportunities, but because we hear about them from random other like-minded individuals, and our parents just aren't accustomed to that, so they're going to be afraid of it, and they're going to tell you you're crazy, and they're going to tell you that you can't do it, or, you know, these people aren't real, or what they're saying isn't true, or, you know, they're always going to doubt it. But, you know, it's just because they care and they worry about you and they do want you to succeed. But then that's when you need to separate fact from opinion, and you need to realize whatever opportunity or business that you are going to invest in and start for yourself, that it's legitimate, and, you know, reach out. This is my thing. Before I started my business, I reached out to people, and I got myself in a situation to be able to talk face to face with these people, to be able to be like, poke, 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 okay, you're real, all right? You know, like, just to make sure that it was real. Don't just see somebody online or see something online and go ahead and waste your, you know, spend your money and believe in that. You guys make sure you do your research. It's your life. Make sure you're making wise decisions, and you will make yourself happy. And if you make the right decision, trust me, as you're doing these things and as you begin to change, your parents that were in the beginning questioning you, doubting you, calling you crazy, will now be supporting you, will now understand. They may not understand, you know, the whole, still the network marketing aspect or something, but they will start to understand you and your goals and your dreams, and they will start to see your potential. I promise you. Both of my parents thought I was crazy. Now both of them are my biggest supporters in this. They both order product. They even both talk about the business and products to other people. Very proud of them. You know, my mom, when she takes her Vima every day, she doesn't have to take her vitamin D pill that the doctor gives her. She doesn't, you know, she's up to date on her protein. But this is a lesson learned to my mom. She didn't order her product last month, and she hasn't had it. So now guess what? This month the doctor said, oh, you're short in your vitamin D, and you're short in your protein. You need to get your protein levels up. You need to start taking your medicine again. Then I said, Mom, no you don't. Reorder your Vima. Because guess what? When you were on your Vima, your doctor told you were doing amazing. You were going to physical therapy. You were doing good. The little time that she didn't take it, she doesn't feel as great, right? When you give your body what it needs, you're going to feel good. It is just proven fact. That's just another way to change your life. A couple more little quick tips for you. If you want to, which I really recommend, Jim Rohn recommends, anybody who's successful will recommend this to you, keep a journal and write stuff down when it comes to mind, alright? Because we only tap into about 10% of our brain, so we forget things very quickly. You might have a great idea, and you might think that it's so great that you'll remember it later, but so many things could happen throughout the day that you forget. Let me grab it really quick. This is my notebook. I grabbed it. It was $2 at Walmart, alright? It's cute. I like the little band on it. But just random stuff. Whenever I hear a quote that I like, I write it down. An idea. Talk to my friend about recording my motivational CD in his studio. You know, like just random ideas. Non-profit organization. Just little ideas as it comes into my mind. A t-shirt design or something. Whatever. Whatever you guys pops in your head that you think could be a good idea, write it down. And then you can go back later. And then you might be like, okay, that's kind of silly. Or you might be able to elaborate on it and come up with something really great later. Number 8, try to look happy, right? I know nobody really likes to say fake it till you make it, but I kind of do, right? If you're not completely happy yet, but you know you're trying to get on this journey of feeling positive and being positive, just smile, alright? Even if you have to start with a fake one, just do it. Because not only does it only take 2 muscles in your face to smile, but it takes 42 muscles in your face to frown. Now, if you're sitting there frowning a lot, those are going to be muscles that forever shape, and then you're going to have the frowning wrinkles, and you're just going to look at angry grump for the rest of your life. So put a smile on your face, all right? It makes people's day, it makes you look amazing, and it makes people wonder, like, wow, why is she so happy? Why is he so happy? What is he doing? And if you're doing a network marketing business or something, that's going to give people a reason to be like, hey, why are you so happy? Like, I want to be like you. I want to feel like you. In such a negative world, when people see such positive people, they are drawn to it. So smile. Try it. I promise. Somebody will approach you. And number 9, be nice. Be nice to people. All right? We talk about it. Be selfless, not selfish. Hold the door for people and don't expect a thank you. Go rake somebody's leaves or scrape off their snow already, you know, and don't expect to get paid. Don't even expect a thank you. Just offer. Offer your value, expecting nothing in return. And you will get the greatest return. That's the most amazing part of it all. All right, so that's that about changing your life. And then I just want to share the part out of this book that my friend Grant gave me at the event for today. It says, November 3rd, be kind to unkind people. They need it most. When you start observing strangers, you will find that some people seem truly happy while others seem like they're angry at the world. Don't take it personally, because those people are suffering on the inside. Think about the miserable-looking guy in the line next to you, or the security guy at the airport yelling at everyone. Those people are obviously yelling because of something negative that they are feeling on the inside. They need kindness the most, and they will most likely be extremely touched you reached out, even if they don't know how to show it. If you're vulnerable with them, they will most likely be vulnerable with you. Goal. Today, respond to anger in a positive manner. It's a really dope book. Thanks, Grant. Alright, you guys. That's it for Motivational Monday. It's a long video for today, but I really want to start your week off right. Get in the mindset of change. Get in the mindset of positivity. And do what you got to do. Have a great day. Peace.